afraid you weren't coming for me today. So I made up my mind to climb up that big, wild cherry tree and wait for you till morning. It'd be lovely to sleep in a wild cherry tree, all silvery in the moonshine, don't you think? Oh no, there's no mistake. Not if you're Mr. Matthew Cuthbert. You are Mr. Matthew Cuthbert, aren't you? Mrs. Spencer told me to wait right here for you, and so I've done. Most pleasantly, I must say. Oh, this is a beautiful country you have here, Mr. Cuthbert. Oh, no, that's fine. It's very light and thin, like me. I better hold on to my bag. If it isn't carried in a certain way, the handle falls off. I mastered the trick of it on my journey. It's a very old carpet bag. Not at all the sort of luggage I imagined the Lady of Shalott would travel with. But of course, hers would be suited to a horse-drawn pavilion, and not a train. Oh, I'm very glad you've come, even if it would be nice to sleep in a wild cherry tree. We've got a long ways to drive yet, haven't we? Oh, I'm glad, because I love driving. It seems so wonderful that I'm going to live with you and belong to you. I never really belonged to anyone before. The asylum was the worst place I've lived in yet. Mrs. Spencer said it was wicked of me to talk like that, but I don't mean to be wicked. It's just so easy to be wicked without really knowing it, isn't it? Oh, am I talking too much? Well, people are always telling me I do, and I can't stop if I make my mind up to do it. Oh, I know you and I are going to get along just fine, Mr. Cuthbert. We love this place already. Dreams don't often come true, do they, Mr. Cuthbert? Right now, I feel pretty nearly perfectly happy. I feel exactly perfectly happy because... What color would you call this? Red. That's why I can't ever be perfectly happy. Now I'm skinny and a little freckled, and my eyes are green. I can imagine I have a beautiful rose-leaf complexion and lovely starry violet eyes. I cannot imagine my red hair away. It'll be my lifelong sorrow. I was a girl in a novel once. Mr. Cuthbert! Mr. Cuthbert, what is this place called? Pretty doesn't seem the right word to use, not beautiful either. Don't go far enough. It is wonderful. Wonderful. They shouldn't call this lovely place the Avenue. There's no meaning in a name like that. They should call it the White Way of Delight. Far more beautiful than I could ever have imagined. I pinched myself so many times today to make sure that this was real. But it is real, and we're nearly home. I am overwhelmed. You don't want me? You don't want me because I'm not a boy? Nobody ever did want me. Might have known this was all too beautiful to be true. This is just the most tragical thing that has ever happened to me. Would you please call me Cordelia? Don't you think it's a pretty name? Well, no, it's not exactly my name. Love to be called Cordelia. Cordelia is a perfectly elegant name. Anne Shirley. Plain old, unromantic Anne Shirley. But if you are going to call me Anne, would you please be sure to spell it with an E? If I were very beautiful and had nut brown hair, would you keep me? I can't eat. Can you never eat when I'm in the depths of despair? Can you eat when you're that way? Can't you even imagine you're in the depths of despair? You don't have to say goodnight. This is the worst night I have ever known. Good night, Miss Cuthbert.